What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here today with the review for Pose Season 2. The category is Watch Out. So without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, you guys, so we open up at the ball and we see Miss Lulu. I'm like, uh-oh, look at Lulu. Get it, bitch. You better work. Because, she had on that dress and it came apart at the bottom. I'm like, oh, Lulu, yes. I'm like, okay, Lulu. So, their house wins the trophy. Now, Electra tells, Lulu and Candy that, hey, I got to go to the night shift. And I'm like, okay, see you, bitch. And, she walks by Blanca and, Blanca's like, congratulations. She's like, and, she was so rude to Blanca. I'm like, damn, Electra, like, why you got to be such a bitch to, like, complete bitch? She called her a fucking hag and walked out. I'm like, well, god damn. Did she call her a hag or did she call her a fag? I think she called her a hag. But like, damn. So then we see Electra. She goes into this night shift. And what is this night shift? Electra is a dominatrix, into that bondage and all that S&M kind of stuff. I'm like, ooh. So then there's a man in there and he's wearing women's panties. I'm like, okay, interesting. What floats his boat? That's between him and, whoever. Obviously, it's between him and Electra at this point. So so the dude, he takes out this little vial and he opens. He's like, oh, no. I don't do drugs. And he said what the stuff was. And I looked it up. It's, in street slang, they call it poppers. So, he takes a hit of it and he says he can go for hours and he'll pay her about an hour. And I'm like, well, damn, how much is he paying her? And he take out a big wad of cash, and I think those were all hundreds. I'm like, well, shit. Like, shit, do I need to sign up for being a dominatrix? Like, shit, they make that much fucking money? Like, god damn. Like, ooh, let me sign up for that. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm not signing up for that shit. But damn, when she was counting that money, I'm like, really and truly, to be honest with you, I thought Electra was being a streetwalker when she was coming up with all the extra money, but I mean, whatever floats Electra's boat. So then we see Angel. She's in her room and Blanca comes in there and, she's looking at Blanca up and down like, girl, these clothes you got on, what the fuck? Like, ooh, you need a makeover bad. Like, you need to work on your clothing, you need your makeup. And Blanca's like, well, when I go to the stores and, go to the women's sections to buy clothes, they run me out the store. And on my way at the store, I just grab, whatever I can grab. And then when I get home, I look at it and it's like, damn, what the fuck is this that I picked up? And that really is fucked up, though, that they would treat people like that. Like, just because someone is different than what you are, you don't pass judgment on people. You don't mistreat people. You try to understand people. Like, we all are different people. We all are different. Like, why treat someone who might not look like you, might not sound like you, might not smell like you even, just someone who is completely different from you, treat them like shit. Like, I think that's stupid as fucking. I hate that people, even to this day, people still do that shit. Treat people who look different from them like crap. Like, I hate ignorance when I see that stuff. Like, when people see a Muslim American and they automatically want to assume terrorist, and I'm like, you fucking retard. Because I actually have saw that happen before where people, generalize them. And I had an ignorant boss a few years ago, so fucking ignorant. She generalized people, and she's African American, and she generalized people, like. And I told her, like, one day she kept calling, she would use an offensive term toward Asian Americans. She would call them Orientals. And I'm like, you do realize that is offensive, right? She's like, they like that. I said, they do not like that. That is offensive. She was like, no, it's not. I said, yes, the fuck it is. I said, an Oriental is the same as calling you a nigga. She was like, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is. And, And one of our customers actually heard, and she said, "Well, I didn't say the word nigga, but it's like calling. I said it's like calling us the N word." And someone said, "Yes, that is true." I'm like, "Thank you." This ignorant bitch right here keep calling people Orientals, and it's like I don't know the difference between a Japanese and a Chinese. I'm like, okay. I'm like, not even God can help the pure ignorance that is you. Like, really? That bitch was stupid. Really fucking stupid. Really fucking stupid. Really stupid. I just, like I said, I just think like that's ignorance to treat people that way. Like, how can you mistreat somebody? And then, they, even if they have people like trans, lesbian, gay, bisexual, or, if they have them in their family, they do treat them, I guess they probably treat them like shit too. But that is fucked up. Really fucked up to treat people with very little respect and human decency. That's really what it is. Just treat them with human decency. Treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want to be treated like shit, then fine. Let other people treat you like shit. But don't just treat somebody like shit that you don't know. You don't know their life. You don't know their backstory. You don't know shit about them. But I'm about to get off the soapbox that I'm on already. So, so then we see Blanca. She's meeting up with this old bigot ass racist white woman named Ms. Norman. And, Blanca's trying to get this, her Vogue nail salon open. So, the woman looks at her. She's like, "You Puerto Rican?" She said, "No, I'm American." Well, she said Dominican. I'm like, I would say, "Look here, bitch. What are you, an asshole?" I would ask her that. "You an asshole?" Because I'm talking about, are you Dominican? Nah, bitch, but my fist in your mouth will be Dominican mixed with Puerto Rican mixed with nigga. Like, I just would have slapped the shit out that old racist bitch. So, then she's talking about how, she got the property because her husband cheated on her because she caught him with the doorman bent over. Well, bitch, you wonder why your husband cheated on you. Because I cheat on you too. I cheat on you with whatever was around. Really and truly, to be honest with you. Because you are stupid as fuck and you're ignorant as the fuck. So then, she's talking to Blanca about gentrification. And I don't know if Blanca didn't know what she meant by gentrification. Like, Blanca, gentrification is not good. What that old stupid bitch is telling you is that bitch is, her kind, her kind wants to come in, kick the African Americans, the Hispanics, I would say the Asians. They want to kick all of us out. Take the businesses that are there, mostly African Americans, and some Hispanics. They want to come in, take the business, make it their own, and kick us out. So it's safer for them to walk around in the neighborhood. Fuck y'all and what y'all want and feel like. It's stuff like that just pisses me off. But we just gonna move on from that. So then she's talking about when it comes down to the deposit, she needs the first and last month's rent. And Blanca's like, "Well, shit, bitch, I got you. Here you go." She's like, "Is this drug money?" She's like, "No. Working at the old salon, I used to save up my money for such, just for this, said occasion." So then Blanca was like, "Well, do we need to have a contract?" She's like, "Oh, no, we don't need a contract. We just shake on her." I said, "Blanca, think about it. The bitch is telling you no contract because she wants to screw you over in the long run." Like, I would have been like, no. Run me my money back, bitch. If you don't give me my money, and if I don't, I'm gonna give you my money. I need a contract. I need something in writing saying that this is my place. Saying you can't take it from me. Whatever you need in writing. Like, I was just so pissed off at Blanca for not getting that in writing. Like, don't take this old white bitch's word. Like, she will screw you over. Seriously, the bitch will screw you over. Mark my words. So, you guys, Ricky is back and Damon is hot in the bussy. The bussy. So, he had his hands in his pants. I'm like, "Nigga, were you just jacking off?" Like, oh. Okay. So, as they getting ready to get down with each other, Blanca walks in. She's like, "Oh, my bad, y'all. We got a family meeting, though." So then the family meeting is that, somebody by the name of Derek died. Now, I was like, who is Derek? Do we know who Derek is? Like, does anybody out there know who Derek is? Please inform me, because I really don't know who Derek is. And obviously he's a kid that's around their age. So then we see them, and they are at the funeral. We see Pray Tell there, and we see Nurse Judy there as well. And Blanca and the kids show up to the funeral. I think it was just Blanca and Angel and Poppy. And Blanca got her makeup on. Pray Tell was like, "Ooh, look at you, looking good, bitch. If you looked any better, I'd be straight." And I'm like, "Ooh," but she did. She really did look good. Like I was like, "Okay, Blanca, like just throw a little makeup on you, and get you some nicer clothes. You look 10 times better." So then, Nurse Judy is talking to Blanca. She's like, "You haven't been in for a follow up, and are you taking your medication?" So Blanca is really just afraid about taking the meds, because she's afraid of the side effects that she might, get from them. I'm like, Blanca, at this point, I'd rather take the medication and have bad side effects than to be worried about how long I'm gonna live. Like, I get that she's fearful of the medication, but if the medication can prolong your life, bitch, take the medication. Like, I don't give a fuck. Take the medication. So then Blanca tells, Pray Tell that she got her, tells Pray Tell and everybody else that she has her own space. And, how she'll be open, how, the business be open within a month. And, that she did not sign a contract, and she did it with the handshake. And Pray Tell's like, "Girl, I know you fucking lying. Like, you did what? That is stupid." And I'm like, "Thank you." Somebody tells her. So then we see the boys, and they making home, and they drunk as hell. And Blanca was like, "Where the fuck were y'all?" And they were like, "We went out drinking." And she was like, "Y'all was supposed to come to the funeral." Now, sorry, y'all, this cough. So when it comes to the funeral, I can understand why they did not want to go to the funeral. Like, y'all going to at this point, it's a funeral a week. It's like almost like a social gathering at this point. Nobody wants to deal with doom and gloom on a weekly basis or even a daily basis like that. At that point, you got to be like, "Look here, I feel bad that he died, but I don't want to have that social. I don't want to be at a social scene that is a funeral," because that's kind of what it looks like at this point. It's like a social scene. And I'm not being rude or insensitive or anything, but yeah, like I would have been like, you can only go to so many funerals before you get down on yourself, because a funeral is depressing. It's a dead person and they're not coming back. So yes, it would be a little bit taxing and a little bit depressing. So I definitely give Blanca's side, show respect for the dead, but then I also get the boys' side. Like, no, let's have fun. Let's uplift each other. Let's celebrate. Let's actually have a celebration of his life. Like, I definitely I got both sides of that, that coin. I definitely did. And I don't want to sound insensitive or no shit, but I like I said, I definitely got what they were talking about, how Blanca felt versus how they felt. No. Okay, so next we got Lulu and we got Candy. What the fuck? So they making dinner for the night. What does dinner consist of, you might ask? Slim Fast Shake, hot sauce, and popcorn. I'm like, God damn, y'all that fucking broke? That y'all eating Slim Fast, drinking Slim Fast, and eating popcorn with hot sauce. Okay. So then Ms. Electra shows her ass up for dinner. She shows up and she is being demanding. She's asking Lulu and Candy for some more space for her stuff in the closet. For her, more closet space for her stuff. And I think Candy was like, "Bitch, if you put money into this, then absolutely." Because, the space right now, me and Lulu share the closet space. And, bitch, if you want more room, put more money in it. If not, bitch, keep the space that's on your bed. And then, in the middle of them eating dinner, Miss Electra grabs the tablecloth and she just rips that thing out from under them, taking their food. And Candy's like, "Bitch, have you lost your motherfucking mind? Like, really?" And the bitch storms out. So then we see her. She's out and she's recruiting for her house. She gets a lot of people. I'm like, okay, I see you. Excuse me, y'all. So then at the ball, we see Angel and Poppy, and they are, doing Romeo and Juliet. And then we see Candy and Lulu's house. Their girls are doing Cinderella. One is the fairy godmother, and one is Cinderella. And so then Electra makes her grand entrance. And then, Candace like, bitch, Snow White here got to go. And Snow White was like, bitch, fuck you. So then, Candace like, okay, bitch, that's it. It's time for me to crack that face for you. Pull out a hammer on Electra. And Electra's like, what's up, bitch? Y'all, I'm so sorry about this cough. So Electra pulls out her knife and she's like, let's go, bitch. So they go, they go riding around in a circle. And eventually, they break it up. So, Electra's like, well, let me introduce my house. And Pray Tell said, bitch, no, not gonna happen. So she says, fuck what Pray Tell said and did introduce her house. And her house is the House of Wintour, named after, Anna Wintour of Vogue. And then we see the two boys, I can't remember what their names are, that left, House of Abundance last season and went to be with Blanca. Well, those hoes, they just jumped right over here to Electra's house. I'm like, really, you house hopping hoes? So then at the bar, Damon's sitting at the bar, and a guy named Chris comes up to him, and he's chatting him up. I thought Chris was flirting with him, but he wasn't flirting with him. He tells Damon that he and Ricky fucked while they were on the tour with Albie Shore. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. So then Ricky comes up and Ricky says, yeah, that absolutely never happened. And he calls Damon jealous. I'm like, oh, lovers quarrel. So then, back at the house, Ricky and Damon are arguing about this Chris dude. And Damon's like, I can't believe I let you convince me to have sex again without a condom. I'm like, really? You didn't learn your lesson the last time when you got sick and you thought you had, something, but I guess not, really. Didn't learn your lesson at all. All right, so then we got the bigoted, racist white bitch, Miss Norman. She's giving an interview with a magazine or a newspaper or something, and she got two dogs in her lap. And what are they called? Cash and credit. I'm like, how tacky. My bad, y'all. Oh shit. Oh god. I'll be right back. I gotta go blow my nose again. Okay, guys, your boy is back. So, back to the show. So, we see Ms. Norman, her son comes in, and, she says he was out collecting rent from her tenants. So once the lady, the lady from the magazine, newspaper, wherever she is from, once she leaves, she's like, why would you say that? It makes it sound like I'm, it makes it sound like you're part of the mob or whatever. So then he tells I went to the place, the location that you gave to the woman the other day. He's like, well, she's not actually a woman, she's a man. She's like, the Dominican, right? He's like, yeah, that's a man. She's like, no, that's not a man. He said, yes, it is, mama. So then he says, well, she says, well, she got to go. So then we see him, and he goes to the shop, and he tells Blanca she got to go. So then we see Blanca, and she's talking to Pray Tell, and she's telling Pray Tell what happened and how there was no paper trail left. So right now she's kind of fucked. And she's also telling him that, she found out that Damon and Ricky are fucking raw again. And, Blanca's like, what? Maybe I need to tell them my story. And Pray Tell says, absolutely, you need to tell them your story. And, he also tells her you need to defend yourself against that racist, bigot bitch as well. So then we see Blanca back at the shop, and Ms. Norman, the old racist, bigoted ass, shows up and tells her, you know what, you need to go. And Blanca's like, you know what, I got some legal advice, some pro bono advice, and I'm well within my squatter's rights, so I'm staying here, bitch. And if you want to, you can see me in court. She's like, you know what, I have Jews on my retainer. And she's like, okay, bitch, what that mean? And she's like, I also have Italians, the Russians. She's like, bitch, are you threatening me? She said, no, I'm threatening your kneecaps. I said, bitch, and I said, bitch, I'm you know what, bitch, I've been threatened by worse. Like, if you want to go, let's go, ho. Like, I can take you out too. Like, I got goons too, bitch. Like, I'm from the hood, ho. Like, I just would have slapped it. I'd be like, Bitch, I got Ray and Quan out in the back. They can come and slice a bitch up. Like, they can put you in the ground too, just like you got your Russians and your Italians. I got the niggas from the hood. What's up, bitch? What's really good? What's hood? Like, I would have said that to her. I would have scared that bitch. Like, bitch, I'm not afraid of you. If you want to go, let's go toe to toe. Mano y mano, woman to woman. Like, I would have told her, let's fucking go. Well, I would have slapped the shit out that old racist bitch. Okay, so then we got the kids. They have, Blanca's having dinner with the kids. And, they talking about the house getting smaller. Electra's gone. The two house hopping hoes are gone. And Blanca talks to Ricky and Damon. And she pulls out a fucking cucumber and a condom. I'm like, oh my God. That is even uncomfortable for me. And, she's talking about, lube and a condom. I'm like, okay, Blanca, TMI. TMI. I never had the sex talk with my mom. Thank good God. She tried it once before. I'm like, Mama, no, we're not talking about that. She's like, but we just need to talk about it. I'm like, no, we do not. That is not a conversation that you and I need to have. I don't want to have it with you. I know about sex. I know how to be safe. She's like, but I just need to talk to you about it. I'm like, we're good. We're good. I'm like, if you go out in my car, you will find nothing but condoms in my car. Like, I'm good. We're good. This talk, it ain't happening. She's like, well, we're good. Good. You hear me? Good. We're good. No sex talk. So then Angel's like, y'all need to shut the fuck up and let mother talk. So, she does tell them about her past, how, she would go to the bars. She would meet men, and I think what it was is Blanca was trying to fill a void. She wanted to feel loved, but I think she was just trying to fill a void in her life. And she would just hook up with random guys, and she didn't even know their names. I'm like, ooh, that's a little scary though. When you think about it, that is really scary to just hook up with people and not know what their names are, and then to have unprotected sex with them. I couldn't do it. Like, I just really couldn't do it. And, she tells them that, she has AIDS. And then Poppy took me out, man. So, Poppy, he got down in front of Blanca and he was just crying. And he told Blanca, whatever you want, mama, I got you. I'm like, oh my God. Like, that just reminded me of my relationship with my mama. Like, whatever she wanted, I was going to do it for her. Like, God, my heart just, it really broke right there. So then we see Ricky and Damon. They go and get tested, and their results are both negative. So thank goodness for that one. So then Ricky once again tells, Damon, nothing happened between me and Chris. But, Damon is not quite sure. And honestly, what I think it is with Damon is I think Damon might be just I think Ricky was correct. Damon is jealous. Because Damon is talking about he has nothing, but you are in school. Blanca made sure that. You're in school. You teach in your class. You do your stuff. You do your stuff in the ballroom. So you're definitely doing something. I think it's the fact that, Ricky went on tour with Albie Shore. I think that's the biggest thing for him that's bothering him. But like Ricky said, you are in school. So Damon's not. Like, he needs something to do. But, I guess, I don't know. But like I said, I really do believe he was jealous. So at the ball, we have Pray Tell before the ball starts. He is having, people passing out condoms to everybody in there to, have safe sex. If you come do it, be safe. So the category is high fashion in feathers. So, we get House of Evangelista. They do their thing. They get their scores. They got 8s and 7s, I believe. I'm like, really? That was good. I like that. And those were actual fucking feathers. Speaking of actual feathers, so one of Candy's them girls had some feathers on her. Candy's like, bitch, give me them feathers. She put the feathers on. Again, Candy is a glutton for punishment. Because she goes up there and Pray Tell is like, bitch, I said feathers. That ain't feathers. What the fuck is that? Like, somebody take this bitch back to kindergarten to learn what the fuck feathers are. I said, God damn, you ain't learned your lesson. So then we have the House of Wintour come, and, they show the fuck out. And, Electra, that bitch is over the top. You know, she got her wings on, and when she turns around, they spread out. I'm like, okay, Electra, I see you. And Candace like, well, bitch, them ain't feathers either. He said, they're not, but they're better than the shit that you had on. I said, really, Candy? You could have shut the fuck up. Like, you should have just shut your mouth and be like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. But, you know, Electra does win. So, you know, pray tell, he gives a big up to Blanca because she has her business and he honors her as businesswoman with the businesswoman award. So then we see Ricky and Damon. They dip off, and you know, Ricky, you know, well, Damon is actually the one talking. Damon talking about, you know, I love you, but he doesn't love himself at this point. He needs to get track of who he is, and he feels like they need to take a break. Whoo! Now my heart really broke for Ricky because Ricky was like, baby, please don't do this to me. And he was just begging. I'm like, Ricky, stop begging. Stop. Please stop. But because at this point, Damon's mind is made up. And Damon keeps saying that he slept with Chris. If your man is telling you he didn't sleep with him, believe him. Like, I don't think I don't think Ricky would lie about that. He could, but, you know, I don't think he would. So then we see Blanca. And Blanca was talking to Nurse Judy. So Nurse Judy was like, you know, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. You probably telling me like, bitch, shut the fuck up about this modern medicine. Leave me the fuck alone. But eventually Blanca's like, you know what? I'm going to take the medicine. She takes her medication. And, you know, well, she said she was ready to take the medication, but she was really scared. And I get it. It's something new that she's not, you know, familiar with. So, yeah, you definitely have your fears and you have your anxieties about it. But she did it anyways. So then, lastly, you know, she's at Vogue Nails. She gets her first customer. I'm like, yes, you better do it. So we see Angel and Poppy. They on the pier, and you know, Angel is voguing. I'm like, come on, Angel, with that face. And then we see Ricky. Ricky is moving out. And then we see Electra. She is moving to her new place, and she's ordering around her people. I'm like, really? Like, oh, I promise you I couldn't be in Electra's house because she's too demanding. Like, it's all about Electra and nobody else. It's Electra this, Electra. So, you know, we see Damon, he's teaching his class. And then lastly, we see, you know, they're having dinner. And, you know, Angel's like, you know, we love Ricky too, and we actually miss Ricky. So, you know, Poppy says, you know, y'all know that Ricky has joined, you know, House of Wintour. And I'm like, no, the fuck he did not join House of Wintour. Like, Electra is team too much. Like, there is no way I would ever want to join her house. Like, how could anybody deal with that narcissism? Because that's really all it is. She's a narcissist. But you guys, that was Pose. Like the video, leave your comments, share the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. I said that. I had to think about what I said. But I will see you guys later. So, peace out.